Good morning, St. Lucia. Bonjour, c'est Lizzie. Welcome to the Red Table on Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound. I am your host, Ika Fergus. Thank you so much for keeping it locked on to 101.1, 99.1, and of course, online at rcistlucia.com. Today is Friday, the 21st of November, 2025, and of course, today is nomination day. Therefore, I won't have any guest this morning, but I will definitely give you a recap of my guests for this week. Also, some information from the Book of Achievements, From Promises to Reality, delivering on our 2021 manifesto from the St. Lucia Labour Party. And of course, just to give you some insight on the nomination process, just a little bit, some of the highlights from our electoral website, electoral department website, that is SLUELE. That is sluelectoral.com. So it's going to be quite an informative segment today. Okay, so we start off with a recap of the discussions, just a briefing of with my guests this week. Play some of their campaign songs, and then we move on to some information on the nomination process. Okay, so my first guest this week was Mr. Sean Edward, returning candidate for Dennery North, Minister of Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training. Going for his fourth consecutive term, with his campaign slogan, Sean again and again and again and again. Yes, literally 4 times. He is very confident about the support he is receiving from his constituents, and of course is looking forward to continuing to serve this country in his greatest capacity. And of course, I forgot to mention that the Red Table is a talk show created as an avenue for the St. Lucia Labour Party candidates to have a one-on-one session where they can discuss their role and agenda in the party and the upcoming election. The show is on from Monday to Friday at 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. and will run up to the final days before December 1st. So let's continue with the information from my interview with Mr. Sean Edward. And of course, a few of his achievements would include the Dennery North Water Project, bursaries for university education, and of course we continue with some of the other achievements. I'm going over to the Book of Achievements from the St. Lucia Labour Party. It's entitled From Promises to Reality, delivering on our 2021 manifesto. And of course, you can grab your copy literally anywhere, yeah? So I'm just going to highlight a few entries from page 22. Strengthening education and giving every child a fair chance, which was one of the achievements. Making education accessible for every child. Facilities fees paid for over 24,000 students across the island for the past 3 years. $5 million has been paid yearly in educational assistance to parents for books, uniforms, and school supplies. The $500 bursary awarded to every student entering Form 1, easing the cost of transition to secondary school. Government now pays for 4 CXC subjects per student, including those who left school within 1 year. Oh, so that means if you'd like to rewrite the CXC exams. Oh, interesting. Also, over 5,560 households yearly receive direct educational assistance to keep children in school. Also, the digital and distance learning, where 11,700 new laptops were distributed, ensuring 1 laptop per child across all secondary schools. 1,200 MiFi devices provided to households for online learning access. $20, that is $20 home communications relief bundle launched to assist 5,000 families with internet access. And of course, digital training workshops for teachers hosted to improve technology use in the classroom. So just highlighting some of the achievements in education. Right now, let's take a listen to the campaign song for Mr. Sean Edward. It's called Sean. It's Sean Again. And of course, this one coming from Denry North. It's Sean Again. And this is the Red Table on Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound. It's Ika Fugas here with you. No guest today because it's nomination day, but definitely giving you a recap of my guests for this week. So let's continue. My second guest this week was Mr. Kenson Kazimi, Minister of Youth Development and Sports, Parliamentary Representative for Grosley, known as Baby the Boss of the North. Also spoke about his confidence in his constituents and, of course, winning his seat in the upcoming election. A few of his promises included a Grosley Credit Union, extended care for the elderly in his constituency, a larger space, that's right, an extension for Grosley Friday night to accommodate more persons, more vendors. And of course, as far as sports is concerned, we move over to the Book of Achievements, page 33, just to give you a few of the achievements. far as his ministry is concerned, youth development and sports. In the youth empowerment and enterprise, the Youth Economy Agency Act passed in Parliament, establishing the Youth Economy Agency, that is YE, as a statutory body to transform youth potential into economic opportunity. $20.5 million in funding secured for the Youth Economy Agency. Over 2,000 grants disbursed to young entrepreneurs. And the Taiwan-funded Youth and Women's Empowerment Project trained approximately 500 persons, providing angel grants up to $8,000 to over 200 individuals. Investing in sports infrastructure. $80 million secured for the upgrade of national and community sporting facilities. Mindofila Park and Grosley playing field and 12 other playing fields have been rehabilitated across the island. The Darren Sammy Cricket Ground fully modernized and was able to host the 2024 ICC Cricket World Cup. Also, a new National Aquatic Center is being constructed, featuring a 50-meter Olympic standard pool, construction of a multipurpose court at Bagatelle, and reconstruction of the multipurpose court to serve at Bocage and Entrepot. Developing local talent and competitive leagues. Developing local, that is with the semi-professional cricket league, which was successfully hosted, creating new opportunities for local athletes. Semi-professional football league launched, strengthening the national sporting calendar and providing professional pathways for youth. The upgrade of the Marsha grounds and also of the James Belgrave multipurpose court. So we listen to Baby's campaign song for the constituency of Grosley. Then we take a pause and continue.
Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Grosley. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? St. Lucia. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Lafayette. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Hey, I heard them say, Marcella want to come and run Grosley. You mad, Sapafwe? I heard them say, Marcella want to come and run Grosley. You mad, Sapafwe? Cancel we require, take the people higher. So tell Marcella to like spider and just retire. They sit down and conspire, but all of them are liar. Next election, Flabo come, we go out and fire. The boss coming, the boss coming, look the boss, the boss coming, the boss coming. Anyway, the boss coming, the boss coming, look the boss, the boss coming. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Kenson, baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Show them, baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? I heard them say, Marcella want to come and run Grosley. You mad, Sapafwe? I heard them say, Marcella want to come and run Grosley. You mad, Sapafwe? I heard MNC have a seal, Bravo have a seal. I never heard, Johnson's have a seal, Bobby have a seal, Massey have a seal. I never heard, Johnson's have a seal. Marcella with your tune, that fire never burn. Benson next election going to win the second turn. So whom it may concern, SLP will return. So tell Marcella, don't vex, go back at your home. The boss coming, the boss coming, look the boss, the boss coming, the boss coming. Anyway, the boss coming, the boss coming, look the boss, the boss coming. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? Baby. Who's the boss of the North? Who's the boss? I heard them say, Marcella want to come
and this is the Red Table on Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound, with your host, Ika Fergus. Just giving you a recap of my guests, well, my sessions with my guests this week. We take a pause and we continue with my, more information, the review from my other two guests.
boss are enough? Jump.
For this week on the Red Table. Keep it locked in to RCI.
Jeremiah Norbert, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for home affairs, crime prevention and persons with disabilities. We are proud to have expanded support to those in need. Before, many vulnerable St. Lucians felt abandoned, especially seniors, single parents and persons with disabilities. Today, increased pensions, broader social assistance programs, stronger support systems directly benefit thousands of our most vulnerable citizens. Real care, real protection. That's progress you can count on.
Thank you for keeping it locked into Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound. This is the Red Table. Let's continue our program. My third guest this week was Mr. Jeremiah Norbert, Minister of Crime Prevention and Persons with Disabilities, Parliamentary Representative for Mico North, another confident, very, very confident candidate who is sure of the support of his constituents in Mico North. With his powerful campaign slogan this year, JN for MN, sell NC JN. Quite catchy. A tongue twister too sometimes, if you don't know. And if re-elected, he promises to build a West Coast fire station. Much needed. Prosthetic limbs for the mobility impaired. And of course, a showcase of talent from persons with disabilities. Just a few of his plans. And of course, we head over to the Book of Achievements, page 28, just to highlight some of the achievements in his ministry as far as crime prevention and persons with disabilities is concerned. Page 29, making communities safer, with 240 new police recruits trained and vetted. Boosted police training budget for modern crime detection and surveillance. Strengthened patrol presence with the addition of 70 plus vehicles added to the fleet. Enhanced police capacity with the deployment of drones, body cams, and dash cams. $3 million invested in bulletproof vests and belts, approximately 1,300 of them, to avoid sharing. And of course, NIC pensions granted to fire and police officers at age 55 and with 20 years service. Implementation of gender policy to prevent sexual harassment in protective services. 52 fire service personnel recruited. 50 protective services personnel recruited for ports and prison security to strengthen response capacity. Beach rangers and special police constables recruited for community patrols. And of course, there was modernizing police infrastructure and assets. As far as $35 million construction of the Northern Divisional Police Headquarters, which is 90% complete. $4.5 million renovation of the Southern Divisional Police Headquarters completed. Rebuilt custody suites valued at $4.5 million. Mobile police station deployed in Castries City to improve response times. Relocation and upgrade of the ancillary police station. Construction of the West Coast Fire Substation. Yes, that is in the plans. And of course, added 10 ambulances, 7 fire trucks, and 3 rescue vehicles to fire service fleets. So just some of the achievements. and crime prevention. Also justice and that is citizen security and emergency medical services. So let's take a listen to the campaign song coming from Micoud North. And then we wrap up with my fourth guest, a review from my fourth guest.
Just press that phone. Head that. Don't feel it cold. Colox, them sanadula. You're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, Manu. Food flamo off. You're feeling at your right off. Elisha Utos off is Jeremiah for me could not find your food flamo off. Joshua been that right off. Elisha Utos off is Jeremiah for me could not. The only number for me could not is Jeremiah. Who we voting for? Jeremiah. The other one is Elia. JN for MN, so sell N, say JN. JN for MN, so sell N, say JN. We say flabo atin. Jean Gavini blem. Bati hafini mem. Mem, Madu, we say flabo atin. Jean Gavini blem. Bati hafini mem. Flabo off. Yo fini at your right off. Elisha Utos off is Jeremiah for me could not want the food flabo off. Joshua been that right off. Elisha Utos off is Jeremiah for me could not. Leave my home, go down the road, I go in and check my partner. Topics that politics a bag of people gather. Between flabo and labor, they ask me who I rather. But everybody jump when I tell them Jeremiah. Gade John Longi, Gade John Lady, Gade John Mogi.
We continue with my review from my fourth guest for this week, Miss Emma Hippolyte OBE. Minister of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs, Parliamentary Representative for Soufrière, for Sejac, affectionately known as Auntie Emma, is fully confident in the support from her constituency and of course promises to, if re-elected, to build a Soufrière Administration Center, construct a jetty at Barons Drive, continuing plans on the GPH project in Soufrière, transformation of the Soufrière waterfront, and a bus lay-by at Bouton, just to name a few. And of course, just remembering my interview with her yesterday, the list continues as far as upgrading Soufrière to the maximum. So on page 20 of the Book of Achievements, just giving you a few pointers in business development as far as boosting small business growth. In partnership with the OAS, the government of St. Lucia launched a US $100,000 project to accelerate the growth of micro, small and medium enterprises, that is MSMEs. Supporting entrepreneurs through finance with $10 million allocated to the MSME loan grant facility with over 600 applications approved. Protecting citizens from rising prices. The government continues to subsidize sugar, flour and rice at a cost of $27 million. $40 million has been spent to subsidize cooking gas. Showcasing local products with Export St. Lucia launched the Taste of St. Lucia retail shop at Duty Free Point Seraphin, giving local producers global visibility. Empowering local designers with Export the Runway, which has successfully been hosted for 3 years, showcasing St. Lucian fashion and creativity to the world, and lowering the cost of living with a suspension of the 6% service charge on all price-controlled goods. Also, digital support for small businesses, where 50 MSMEs benefited from a 1-year free point of sale, that is POS machine subscription, helping businesses modernize payment systems. Also, the establishment of the Regulated Substance Authority, RSA, new agency created to oversee and manage controlled and medicinal substances. So just a few of the achievements from the book of, well, it's, how do I say that? Officially called the Book of Achievements from the St. Lucia Labour Party, From Promises to Reality, delivering on our 2021 manifesto. And of course, you can grab your copy from your constituency office, yeah? For sure. And take some time out and just go through that book and read up on the achievements in this tenure. The achievements of the St. Lucia Labour Party in this tenure. So unfortunately, I'm out of time for today. And of course, we're going to end with the campaign song for Miss Emma Hippolyte OBE. And you can join me again on Monday, God willing, 7:30 a.m. for another Red Table. My guest today was supposed to be Mr. Alfred Prosper, Minister for Agriculture. So hopefully he should be my guest for Monday. We'll see. And in the meantime, I was not able to go through the nomination process for you, but the information is available on the St. Lucia Electoral Department website. It is sluelectoral.com. That is sluelectoral.com. Feel free to visit the website. And of course, you select nomination of candidates, and you could read through the information that is available. It's always good to be knowledgeable. Keep yourself in the know so you could be empowered to make the right choice. And this has been the Red Table for today. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Join me again on Monday, God willing.
We again. Who we voting for, auntie? Who we voting for, auntie? Auntie Emma, auntie. Who we voting for, auntie? Who we voting for, auntie? Auntie. Mama Liba. Ezot Bawe.
C'est Emma, nous v'le dit que c'est ma